Now to a potentially life-saving special report. Because of recent mass shootings, including here in Maryland, more people are learning how to stop victims from bleeding to death in the critical moments after being shot. The Stop the Bleed campaign helped save lives 3 weeks ago at the mass shootings in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, where all synagogues were already equipped with wound care kits. Well, tonight, WJZ investigator Mike Helgren reports from Shock Trauma, where they've trained more than 5,000 Marylanders on the simple steps to keep people alive.
A high school in Florida, a bar in California, a synagogue in Pennsylvania, and a music festival in Las Vegas, Nevada. Mass shootings have changed American life. The sheer number has shattered the perception that it can't happen here.
I didn't really believe that something like this would happen to a school near me.
In the past 13 months, Maryland has endured a deadly school shooting in St. Mary's County, a rampage that killed 5 people at the Capital Gazette newspaper in Annapolis, and 2 mass shootings, both in Harford County. The day after a massacre in September that killed 4 people at Aberdeen's Rite Aid Distribution Center. I interviewed Suman Puri, who lost his sister, Brindra.
First few minutes, I thought it was a nightmare. It really didn't happen, but it did happen.
At Baltimore's world-renowned Shock Trauma, Dr. Habiba Park and her colleagues have trained thousands of everyday Marylanders on a simple way to save lives, stopping the bleeding from the wound.
The youngest kids I've taught were 4 or 5 years old. My 10-year-old daughter is actually an instructor. She's taught for the last 2 years. So I feel very strongly that this is a basic life skill.
The Stop the Bleed program was born out of the Sandy Hook school shooting, where autopsies showed the lives of many of the 26 who died, mostly children, could have been saved if bystanders had the tools to stop the victims from hemorrhaging blood. The shooter used an AR-15 assault rifle, which can be especially damaging. Using this pork shoulder to approximate human flesh, 60 Minutes showed the damage the AR did compared to a 9mm handgun.
That whole cavity with the tissue damage will fill with blood.
Today, Stop the Bleed kits with tourniquets and gauze are available in major venues in Baltimore like M&T Bank Stadium and Camden Yards. Dr. Park showed me how to pack a wound.
Keep doing that until you fill it and until you can't put any more in there.
You want to put double pressure on it, so put your hand down on it and then put your other hand on top.
And tie a tourniquet.
Right, and now ready to go to the hospital.
Yep.
Very good job.
The hour-long course is now mandatory in some Maryland schools.
Do you recommend everyone gets training like this?
I do. I absolutely do.
Shooting victims can bleed to death in as little as 4 minutes. Knowing what to do ahead of time is vital.
Doing it, I think, helps people prepare themselves mentally, emotionally for that situation and how they would respond.
Training that can be the difference between life and death. In Baltimore, Mike Helgren, WJZ.
Now, for more information on how you can take the training and get your own bleeding control kit, log on to WJZ.com and click on this story in local news.